Welcome back to Ocala Talks. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, coming to you from the studios of WOCA Radio, located just off the runway at the Ocala International Airport. Had a caller earlier that called and wanted to talk about something that was not automobile related. So if you want to call back, 622-9622 is the number to call. If you want to be a part of the program, we'll take your calls now at 622-9622. Residents that are thinking about running for the school board, things are going to change in 2022. We'll get in that in just a moment. Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz.
Yes. I have some information that I'd like to give on about a scholarship that is available to almost any child in Florida.
Okay.
The Hope Scholarship is given to any child in Florida, almost any child under any circumstances, and it gives $7,000 per year to the parent, so that if they want to take their child out of the public school and put them into a private or Christian school, many times they can't do that due to finances, but this scholarship would allow them to do that. And the number that they can call to get more information is 833-354-5437. I'll give that number again. It's 833-354-5437.
That's for the Hope Scholarship. That'll help you get into private school if you're not happy with your public school situations and you can't afford private school. The Hope Scholarship can help you get into other schools that also it's very good. It's not vouchers, but it's a very good program to help you get an education that you may want to choose for your child instead of the public school system, the curriculum they may be teaching. So I think that's a very good thing.
Yeah, I would get my either. Frankly, I feel like the number one issue facing our nation is the devastation brought about by the public school system on our children.
They do have an agenda a lot of times, and I taught the public school system for 5 years. Thanks for the call, sir. Appreciate it. I taught for the public school system for 5 years, and there are people in the public school systems that will try to get you to teach towards an agenda. But some people say that private schools teach towards an agenda of Christianity. And if you're okay with that agenda, that's good. If you're not okay with that agenda, don't put your kids in that private school. But anytime you can have options to help your students at your child's education, I think that's a very, very good thing. We were talking about the school board. Residents considering a run for the school board in 2022. Check with Wesley Wilcox because the boundaries for each of the 5 member districts, they've been redrawn. State law said they had to. In each census, school boards are required to balance the population of each of the 5 districts so that each member is representing close to the same number of residents. And so they did not have clean lines, and all 5 meandered through the county. The reason was to make sure a portion of each district included part of Ocala city limits. The new boundaries, they're more streamlined. School board seats, as you know, are elected countywide, so even though you have to live in the district that you're running for, let me say that again, you have to live in the district that you're running for, you still voted on countywide. The idea is each area of the county will have somebody looking out for specific area issues. That's why they make you do that. But a few months ago, the supervisor of elections spoke to the board about what needed to be done. After each census, school boards are required to redraw their district boundaries. So the school boards have redrawn the district boundaries now, and some of the districts may have changed. And by the way, some of the people may not, if they lived right on just across the line in their district, that line may have moved, and now they don't live in the district anymore. So when they run for re-election, they have to move into the district. If they're running for re-election, they have to move into the district. This happens every 10 years. But the districts have been redrawn now. And so, as always, to make sure there's no, you can go find the districts for school board, the districts for the city of Ocala, the districts for the county commission. You can find all those at the Supervisor of Elections webpage. And you just go look, and you know your address, and you know where you live, and you look to see what district you're in. It's not rocket science. There's boundaries. There are maps on the Supervisor of Elections website, and you just go look at those maps. You know where you live. I mean, I know what my crossroads are and everything. I can go find exactly just where my neighborhood is on a map of Marion County and know what district I live in. It's not hard. I know for some of you under the age of 40, maps, you mean our Google map on our phone? No, you'd actually have to look at a map. I know it's a foreign entity looking at maps. Hey, here's the thing. Long before we had smartphones, we had these things called atlases, and we had these thing called folding maps. That's how you traverse the country. That's how you got around the state of Florida. You didn't have a GPS system telling you where to go. You actually had to look, and you took a highlighter and you highlighted the roads you had to turn on, and you navigated your way through using this foreign object called a map. I know some of you under the age of 40 don't have an understanding of what a map is, but we've used them for years. It's like a rotary phone. I love when I see on the videos on YouTube and all where the 17, 18, 19-year-old kids that have no idea how to use a rotary phone. It makes me laugh. They have no idea how to use a map either. None. And we used to get that was the way you got around. I would remember at the rest area. My mom and dad, when we were going on vacation and stuff in areas they didn't know, they would in the rest area pull the map out and spread it out on the front hood of the car and map out where they were going. They, take a 10-minute break, and that's what they would do. They'd map up the next part of the route. We had the Florida map and the Georgia map and the South Carolina map and the Tennessee map because we'd go to all those areas. Alabama map. Then we had the big road atlas that was a big, probably 18 inches by 24 inches, big book. You could use it to traverse when you got up when we'd go to Wisconsin, we'd drive from Florida to Wisconsin. You had to know where to go as you were going up through Indiana and Illinois and into Wisconsin. You had to know where you were going. And these big road atlas helped you do that. Well, that's all these redistricting things are. They're just big maps. So go find out what district you live in before you decide to run for school board so that you make sure you're living in the district that you're running for. So we don't have the same fiasco we had in the last school board election where one, maybe even two, well, definitely two, but somehow he's above the law, are able to live outside their district and still keep their job. I don't understand how he does that because he represents Denellen, but he lives in a house in Silver Spring Shores. But that's a whole different story. It's a whole different story. It'll come up again during elections, I'm sure. I'm sure that'll be brought up during the elections. Do people running for office actually live in the districts that they say they live in? I think that'll be something that'll be kept a much closer eye on this election cycle than it was 4 years ago when people were running for school board then. But it happens after each census. School boards are required to balance the population in each of their districts, so the member is representing close to the same number of residents in each district. So the districts have been redrawn, and now you need to familiarize yourself with it. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up a Tuesday edition of Ocala Talks. This is 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. You're listening to WOCA, The Source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time